Welcome to Gifted Gather's AI Hackathon. From 12 to 12:15, I'll have an introduction to explain the process and purposes of the hackathon, overview of the challenges and what participants will be tested on, and then from 12:15 to 2 o'clock, you'll have a challenge work. Participants must work on their designated challenges. Middle school participants may or may not attempt coding questions, and then bonus questions are optional for middle school participants. 2 p.m. Solution submission, and also I put the link, form link in the chat, so you guys fill out the questionnaire questions, like grade, parenting, or your name. I'll talk about the timeline. Okay. 2 p.m. solution submission. 8 p.m. Monday results will be announced. And then this purpose of the event is to test and enhance your understanding and application of concepts. And can you guys hear me?
Yeah, man, we can hear it.
Yeah, okay, just okay. The purpose of this event is to test and enhance your understanding of the application of AI concepts. In part 1 and part 2, you'll tackle challenges involving optimization, creating data tables, which are the building blocks of a recommendation system. Part 3 will focus on your ability to really make a recommendation system in real time with the knowledge you have acquired from previous parts. All right, the hackathon aims to provide hands-on experience, fostering innovation, and recognize top talent in AI instructions. Well, there's 3 challenges. Challenge 1, understanding a recommendation system. So they'll just be technical. Well, no, theoretical problems, not technical problems. So you don't need to code for them. And then challenge 2, building and evaluating recommendation systems. The first 2 questions, they're just theoretical. You don't need code for them. But for the last 2 questions, you will need code and some technical background. And then challenge 3, coding a recommendation system. So with all the knowledge that you acquired from the previous parts, you'll be making a recommendation system using grades. Challenge 1 and 2 are accompanied by 4 questions. Challenge 3 is accompanied by 3 questions. Coding is required for some of the questions, as I just said. And then, yeah, I already said that. And then as everyone filled out the questionnaire, okay, I'll take that as a yes. Yeah? All right, then. All right, hackathon recommendation systems. Overview of the hack. All right, part 1, part 2 of the challenge will be mainly testing your understanding of recommendation systems. Part 3 will be testing our ability to code a simple recommendation system by using grades. Recommendation systems are all around us, from the ads that we see on websites, promotion mails we get via email. But how they actually work. Part 1 of this hackathon will delve upon the process of how recommendation systems work. Start. Recommendation systems involve collecting and preparing data, selecting and training a model to learn patterns, evaluating, tuning its performance, deploying it to make predictions, and continuously monitoring and updating it to maintain accuracy. In this hackathon, we won't be diving into each one of those aspects, but we will be touching on its main concepts, such as collecting and preparing data, making predictions, and optimizing data for future analysis. Part 1 will have easier questions, will be more theoretical than technical. As you progress through the hackathon, you'll encounter harder questions, require more code and experience. What is machine learning? Although this hackathon is about recommendation systems, the literal programming that makes up these systems is called machine learning. As iterated before, preparing data, making predictions, maintaining accuracy, and monetization of that data are all components of machine learning. Even though this AI seems complex, it's actually something we do on a daily basis, where we interpret a given situation, analyze past experiences, and make decisions based on patterns we observe. Just like machine learning models learn from data, we learn from interactions and experiences, continually refining our understanding and improving our decision-making abilities. By breaking down complex tasks in smaller and manageable steps and continually learning from feedback, we can see that the principles of machine learning are in fact deeply ingrained in our daily lives. All right, part 1, understanding the recommendation system. Overview. Part 1 of this hackathon has questions that do not require code or technical expertise, as I already said before. They're pretty easy, so I think everyone can finish these pretty quickly. First 4 questions require you to use a data table shown below to tackle fundamentals of a recommendation system. So these are some of the questions. Yeah, you can look at it too. Press the next button on the thing. All right. Challenge 2, building and evaluating recommendation systems. All right, you can use these links to help you throughout the duration of the hackathon. It just gives you an overview about the surprise and pandas database. I just like included them in case you guys need help making the recommendation systems and the data tables. Yeah, so okay, I just gave a guideline on which Python databases you can use, but you can use whatever database you really want to. So I don't really care. If you have some technical expertise with any with another database that's related to Python, you can use that. I don't really care. You can just use Python inherently, but I think that's pretty hard. So I'm just done. All right. The amount of stars per and then for the data table below, and then I have like the amount of stars per flight. That's not like its actual rating. That's just like the rating of the commodities that the airline gives. So that's like the airline rating, not the actual flights rating. If you guys get what that means. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Yeah. All right. So, and then the amount of hours in this data table is the amount of time you have to stay in the flight in the airport. That's pretty self-explanatory. And these are like some of the questions. And then I have a bonus here, so middle schoolers don't need to attempt that question. All right, challenge 3, make a recommendation system using students' grades. Once again, the databases I provided you are just a baseline. Feel free to use anything else related to Python. Finish this question. I have links providing more detail on the previous challenge, so you can use that if you want to, but you don't need to. All right, for the coursework, be as creative as possible with different level course and electives. Sky's the limit. Some examples: clear honors biology, April, straight standard French, etc. All right, so this is basically about grades. So you're gonna make like a kind of like a grade book almost, and then we're gonna make like a recommendation system like based on you generate other student grades similarly to the grade book of this first student. You'll understand what I'm saying if you read these questions, but you can make whatever course you want and make like different ratings and stuff. It doesn't need to be core class is what I'm saying. And then and then some of the ground rules. Make sure you have Python installed in your laptop. So and then please have a working camera and microphone throughout the entirety of the Zoom meeting, and keep your video on. So when you stay in the meeting until you finish the hackathon. Stay in the meeting, and then if you're done like quicker than 2 p.m., if you finish before, you can leave the meeting, but make sure to submit your results. All right. And please remain muted in the okay. And then no use of ChatGPT, just because it's an AI hackathon doesn't let you use AI in it, so don't use AI. And then please submit by 2 p.m. EST, and then have fun and learn. All right, you guys can start.